January 5th, 2015, week 1. I did repost, and that was a video montage of first year that I posted, and it was just clips and pieces. I'm going to change my little web opening web page to, and I'm looking at it now, but I can see it. Hopefully I can change it before I post this. But it's just a montage of all the images that first year I posted. I tried to post most every day that year, and I always played some music. And this is glimpses and pieces of those albums, those artists, those moments. There's like TV shows and stuff, and different scenarios that I posted throughout the year. And I just picked up the montage and watched it here recently, and I wanted to post that starting this new year, because it is going to be a year of music. I was just recently opening up, told you about a record player, and was looking at some vinyl on eBay and debating whether to just buy some, which I'm going to buy randomly, of course, but to collect, because if you're going to spend $10, $15, you might as well spend $20, $25 and get the original, because there's a lot of remakes or re-releases of vinyl nowadays. So I see there's a lot of re-releases, but then when I dig a little deeper, you can see that there's a lot of original stuff out there, but it's more selective and more hard to come by. They do have the more, what I remember about the albums is the ones that you could open up. So you had you didn't have just a front and back cover. You also had a center cover, fold out, and more reading material within the sleeves. So interesting. And just looking at this pricing, trying to figure out which way to go on that. So be interesting which way I go. But anyway, we were looking at. I told you I had a bunch of Grandpa Frankie's 78s, and dug them out of the storage there, and realized they got actually 3 boxes of them, and started going through them, and got, I think, going through like 30 or 40 of them, and most of these date back to the 50s. I think we looked up one of the artists Gordon did, and it dated to the 50s. So it's going to be interesting to spin some of those. I still haven't dug out the record player. It's still wrapped up in a box, but that will come. But just first week in January here, a lot of things happened in just the last 5 days. January 1st, I always work the holidays, and what happened is, let's see, the supervisor, there's like 10 of us that volunteered from the job center. We're kind of scattered out, but he made us steak and eggs. Had hash browns and a big bowl of fruit that we could pick from. So to go into our house and be cook breakfast, steak and eggs, was an excellent way to start out the day, and I just wanted to share that with you because it was unusual. And he did mention that he's always done that, and he was one of the first ones to start that. And because now, once or twice a year, we'll have the supervisors, they'll pitch in and they'll make us bacon and eggs and sausage, treat us once or twice a year, and that's pretty nice. And he originally started that, get that ball rolling. So kudos to him. It's really appreciated by his techs coming in and working on the holidays. But other than that, just checking out music, trying to revamp this little website here, and hopefully enjoy some of the sights and scenes and scenery. I was listening to some music. There's a concert coming up this month in January. One of my favorites is Black Sabbath, and they're more of a heavy metal, one of the heavy metal pioneers of rock music. They've been around for quite some time. Was formed in the late 60s. Mostly it took off in the 70s there, and I think I actually caught like the latter part of them in their later years, and they went through some metamorphosis. Ozzy Osbourne, everybody's heard of Ozzy, was the original singer, and he kind of went out on his own and was very successful. But he got back together just recently with the band here 3 years ago. I went to Chicago to see him. It might be just 2 years ago, and it was fantastic. It was outdoor, so I did snag a ticket for this January concert here in town. And I was listening to some of the music, and this one is a more slowed down pace. You think of heavy metal, you don't think of music, but I like it when a band can slow down and do a ballad. But it's called Changes, and it's from Black Sabbath with Ozzy in the vocals. And hope you enjoy it. Changes. January 5th, 2015.